Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's Stretch D Best, y'all know the rest. Me and Zoro back at it for another video, and Zoro wanted to show me this. Sanji is Luffy's true vice captain.
See, look, I haven't watched the video either. We both reacted to this, right? But you see how he already mad.
How am I already mad?
So he already bought the title. This is exactly why I wanted to watch the video. This is exactly why I wanted to watch it. This is exactly why I was like, we gotta watch this. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know every little thing he say, he gonna get mad at. You feel me? And I agree. Sanji is Zoro. You feel me? I agree. But he gonna be the one more upset about it. And you see his face. You know he gonna be more upset about it than I am.
Oh my god.
So yeah, let's get started. You know what I'm saying?
Title of vice captain is the single most important title on a crew.
Mind you, he shows you the image with all the vice captains, right? The number one's Katakuri, King,
Sanji whooping none of them.
And Zoro's on. No, I'm just saying. Notice how Zoro's on it. Not
yeah, I know.
Okay.
In my opinion, it holds even more weight than the title of captain sometimes. Simply because the measure of a captain...
More weight?
More weight than the title of captain sometimes. Simply because the measure of a captain is only as great as his second in command. Throughout the narrative, we've been constantly reminded that the vice captain is how we truly gauge how strong the whole crew is, and most importantly, how strong the captain is. Take Katakuri.
No, because Blackbeard's right hand man was ass until Aokiji showed up. Let's keep. Well, okay.
Well, Shiryu was ass.
Were we putting him in Katakuri talks, King talks, Marco talks?
We haven't really seen that from him.
Most people think. I feel like I used to think highly of Shiryu until Aokiji came back on you, but because Aokiji's clearly his right. But what's it called? So many people think lowly of Shiryu, bro.
I don't think lowly of Shiryu. To be honest,
I think we were arguing about Shiryu once, actually. Now that I think about it, I forgot what it was about, bro.
I feel like he's strong enough to the point where he could probably be third in command, because like you said, Aokiji.
Third? Oh, okay, never mind. Because I realized you counting Blackbeard.
Yeah.
I would say Zoro, you know what I'm saying? Zoro, Katakuri, they're second in command.
Yeah.
Or no, they're first in command. No. Yeah, first commanders.
First commanders, yeah.
First commanders.
Marco is too.
Yeah, that's why it threw me out. Because I was like, Shiryu's second command. You know, second command.
But Aokiji took over that shit.
Yeah.
Because obviously Aokiji is stronger than Shiryu. There's no debate about it.
But there's also trust, if you think about it. Level of trust. Also, Shiryu was on a thing that I brought up earlier, and not Aokiji. Just throw that out there.
I didn't even realize that.
I just throw that out there.
But yeah, Shiryu, I don't really have an opinion on him. I haven't seen enough. Well, we haven't seen enough at all, to be honest.
I think he'll be tough. I don't know if he's not gonna be Aokiji tough, but he's gonna be tough. Because he lost the what's the poison guy's name again?
Magellan?
Yeah, lost to Magellan. I don't think Magellan's on the level of that Admiral either.
That poison could be hard to get by though.
Well, we got hockey. No, I don't think it's a Logie actually.
Nah, it's not. Let me see
it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Who was a shining example of how heavy the weight of the title is. Even in Big Mom's arc, it's not her that is the main antagonist, rather it's Katakuri.
That's because we wasn't trying to fight her.
No, that's because Luffy wasn't strong enough yet to fight her.
But to be honest, we wasn't even really trying to fight her. The whole plan was escape.
Again, Luffy wasn't ready either.
Right.
We would have got the story would have ended.
You're right. That's a fact. But the one reason why Katakuri actually was the antagonist is because he got in the way of the escape. Why Luffy had to go into the mirror world.
Yo, I'm realizing this gonna be a long ass video, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
We 39 seconds in. How long do you think this recorded this?
I don't know. Fuck it.
Clearly know Big Mom is stronger. It's Katakuri who is portrayed to be the biggest threat. Even Beijay pointed out that the is not Big Mom herself, Rather, it's Katakuri, the first commander.
You know, vice captain's
it's
important.
Katakuri
I
you have
understand
to go
that.
through
You know what I'm
to
saying?
get Big Mom
But how it
from
sounds
trouble.
vice. That's the
him
point
you
of
have
the
to
video.
take down
You know?
to bring down the morale of the Big Mom pirates. And it's him who ends up fighting our main protagonist.
Okay, well, for King's not going to... Defeating King is not going to bring down the fucking Beast Pirates morale. You feel me? Defeating Kaido's going to do that, right? Big Mom's crew is siblings. Is her kids. So,
and then plus
the eldest sibling, the one that everyone looks up to.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Everybody looks up to Katakuri.
I think, ain't Paris older?
Paris Sparrow's older.
Yeah.
But
still, he's the one everyone looks up to. Yeah. He's a sibling everyone looks up to. They're literal family. So, of course, that'll bring down morale. But, like, again, if King gets defeated, that's not bringing down morale. No. You feel me? When Kaido gets defeated, oh, shit, we're fucked. You know
Whoa, not entirely. Because remember, no. Well, they're obviously fucked. But remember, even when Kaido was defeated, some of them were still willing to fight.
Morale would have been down there. You know what I'm saying? But versus from when Kaido's defeated or versus when King's defeated, the morale's...
Yeah, you right. I'm just saying when Kaido was defeated, them niggas didn't just turn tail and run. They actually tried to go...
I'm saying King's not bringing down the morale though. You feel me? King's not bringing down the morale.
No, he's not.
Zoro losing, it's not bringing down the morale. Like it might bring down a little bit.
Yeah, I was about to say because he is like top 4.
It ain't bringing down the morale too much. If Zoro or Sanji get defeated, you think it's bringing down the morale a lot? Because we seen the morale.
Well,
we see the morale drop like Luffy. They thought Luffy was defeated.
Yeah, but you also got to think too, with Luffy fighting Kaido, even if, let's just say Zoro and Sanji lost both their fights and Luffy won his.
Yeah.
You think all the damage Luffy took, Luffy's going to be willing to keep fighting against King and Queen?
No, but do you think all their morals? Do you think everyone? I think everyone's morale will be fine though. You feel me?
I
feel like damn, we took care of the big threat. We just got these two to take care of.
Yeah, but you really think they're gonna make that make it out?
I think
they're gonna pull that.
I think they gonna try. They did. You see what I'm saying? When your morale drops, you know you start to lose effort. You start to get scared. You start to back down.
Right.
They not gonna do that shit. They not doing that shit.
Okay, let's paint this picture real quick. Like I said, Luffy beats Kaido. Luffy is tired out. He can't go Gear 5 for right now. And
he falls asleep again. Yeah, okay.
Now we see him fall asleep. Now everybody else got to deal with King and Queen. Sanji and Zoro are dead.
We'll say defeated, cause that might lure it.
You think if King and Queen had the chance, they wasn't gonna take that?
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
King
we'll say defeated.
I don't know. That's just my take on it. I just feel like their morale will drop a little bit. Maybe not as much as I think, but I feel like it'll definitely drop.
I don't know.
Because it's like, bro, Luffy knocked the fuck out. Zoro and Sanji are defeated.
Yeah.
And it's just, you got Robin. Robin tired out, actually. You got Brooke, Frankie. Chopper is actually out of commission. Mm-hmm. And then you got the Scab. Actually, no. The Scabbers were out of commission, too.
Yeah. But I think those soldiers, I think the samurai, the remaining samurai, I think they're going to be like, hey, Kaido's defeated. This is our chance. This is where we go. We make our stay here. They going to go fight. The rest of the Straw Hats, even though they weakened, they go try to fight. Law and Kin might get up for that bitch. I told you. They was beat to hell. But Law and Kin might be like, we cannot lose here. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because they weren't dead. They weren't even knocked out. Like I think they got back up and like fodder. But still.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's just, the two main factors will be King and Queen. Is what I'm saying. Because like, if you see King and Queen step up and not Zoro and Sanji, and you see them two laid out, you see Luffy sleep, Chopper out of commission, Robin out of commission, we got Brooke, Frankie, Nami, and fucking Usopp. Oh, and Jinbei.
Yeah, and Jinbei. I would just say, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, and then maybe Yamato. But Yamato...
Oh, Yamato might pack. Boys up. She might pack them.
She might. Now that I think about it. I forgot about her.
Also, if Momonosuke does what he did against Green Bull and produces a fire blast like he did, because it was on the level of Kaido's stated to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it depends on the crew, because the Straw Hats are so close. They're like a family. The more for either. But I was thinking only one of them going down. Cause my point earlier is if King goes down, the Beast Pirates morale ain't dropping. It's not dropping. Oh shit.
No. You definitely right. It's not. Because like I said, even when Kaido was defeated,
you think if Backman goes down, the Shanks Pirates is morale dropping?
Absolutely the fuck not.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying though that even when Kaido got defeated, their morale didn't drop. So I'm saying you're right.
Yeah.
I'm saying that you're right. Because they didn't even when Kaido was defeated, they kept going.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Their morale not going to drop.
I think it's, honestly, the Big Mom and Straw Hat Pirates is where, that's where the morale will probably drop. But, even then, I think if it's one of, like, I'm thinking more of the lines they'll be more healthy than they were in Wano. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, if one drops, I think they'll still, everyone will pull up. The Straws also always fight for each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? One could go down and now they're trying to protect that one person. You know, like Robin could go down or something.
This portrayal remained consistent with other vice captains as well. Remember, in Wano, when Big Mom was coming up the water stream, it was King that kicked their ship off. If this portrayal wasn't even made more obvious, who is the second person that kicks Big Mom's ship? Marco, another vice captain.
Okay, these are vice captain. Cool. He's trying to hype up the vice captain spot, and then sometimes the vice captain.
But can you really hype them up kicking down a ship that was going up a waterfall?
But there's actually an even more. Katakuri is the embodiment of that. He is not entirely human, so he has been discriminated against because of his ill-like mouth. He is also obsessed with eating donuts as he sees fits. And of course, he is first and foremost a family man. Katakuri is especially a great example of this because at times the vice...
Big Mom's not really a family woman, though. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna point out. I'm gonna just point out pudding. You know, that's all I gotta say. Pudding. That's all I gotta say is pudding. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it as pudding.
It's not like she hates pudding.
We seen how she treated pudding. Now,
I mean, to be fair, all her kids get treated like that.
See how she treats pudding, and then see how Katakuri treats pudding. You feel me? Very much a difference.
Yeah, it is a difference. But she pretty much treat all her kids the same.
Also, she disowned one of her kids. Lola, she pretty much said...
Okay, I ain't gonna hold you.
Just because she...
From an emperor's standpoint...
Just because she ain't married a giant, bro.
Bro, I'm trying to get I'm trying to get my forces up. And you fucking it up for me. I ain't gonna hold you. I see where she come from. From a dictator point of view.
But we talking about... He said, you know, she's a family woman.
Right. But you also gotta...
You don't do that shit to family, bro.
It's business.
Get the fuck out of here.
What you mean? Hold on. So, let's just say one of your people fuck up something you got going on. Some shit you got going good. You got this shit and they just fuck it up. Because of a simple thing that they could have did. Because all she had to do was marry him. It's not like she had to do anything with him.
It was forced, man. You know what I'm saying? It was against her free will.
There's arranged marriages all throughout the world.
It was against her free will. I understand. To this on your child.
There are countries in the world that do this shit.
Man, fuck them countries, bro. We talk about, you know, I'm just saying I feel like that's not what a fan. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta look at it from more of a standpoint. I'm gaining, like, yeah, we family. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I put business above family all the time.
Okay,
and that's a fact. If family or not, I'm trying to get something going. This is a business. You can't just fuck up my business.
But he said, hold on. What did he say about Big Mom? He said Big Mom's a family woman, bro.
Right.
Fuck the business part.
He is also fear of racial family where everyone can eat as much as they want without fear of racial
Also,
bias.
technically, she discriminates her family too. She do not like that, but like again, she'll make fun of the third eye, bro. She don't like that shit.
You're right.
Now that's more of her character, but I'm just saying. Katakuri don't care.
No funny.
As he sees fits.
But the simple fact that she the mother of them, I say she could do that. I would talk, because I'm one of them. If I had kids, I'd be talking shit to my kids. You ugly little bastard. Who the fuck birthed you?
I feel like that's the brother role though, bro. I'ma diss my siblings all the time.
Yeah.
But Katakuri won't do that shit.
I mean, that don't mean you're not a family person. Because I diss all my siblings, my cousins. Nieces,
it's playful banner. I understand that because I do the same shit. But you know, I'm just saying.
And of course, he is first and foremost a family man.
Nah, but she mean that shit too, though. You gotta realize that. Where you do it, you kind of joking around. You like that.
Am I?
Joking around, and at least appears you're joking around. If anything, right? Y'all laughing,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, y'all laughing anyways. Maybe we dark. Either way, she dead ass. She straight face. You the most ugly motherfucker I've ever seen. Hide that eye right now, or I might kill you. Do not show your eye in my presence ever again. That's Big Mom, bro. Straight face. She said that.
She actually did. Okay, you got that.
He's truly invested in making sure none of his family gets
okay, so that's kind of what we were just saying.
Yeah. This trend continues wanting to feel like a real father. Usually, the vice captain is the embodiment of the captain's dream, 1-to-1. But with that being said, have you ever considered who is the vice captain of the Straw Hat crew? Yes, the obvious answer is none other than Roronoa Zoro himself, the first mate and the second strongest Straw Hat. That's this line up with the trend of the vice captain being the embodiment of the captain's dreams. This begs the question, what is Luffy's dreams? Although I am not 100% 75 before being defeated.
We're going off for guess, bro. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. We going off for guess, bro. We going off a hypothesis.
You did say it's a theory.
I know. We going off a theory of a theory of a theory, bro.
Let's see what you got to say.
Defeated, Kaido asks Luffy, what type of world do you want to create? And Luffy food as they want.
That's not his dream. That's the world he want to create. That's not his dream.
That was for Wano. That was for Wano, for Otama. Because they couldn't eat. They had no food. Like, okay.
So we see where this is going? Sanji wants the all blue. He's a chef, you know what I'm saying? But the all blue, you know what I'm saying? Once that could do it, you know what I'm saying? Mad food for everybody, for the world.
There we have it.
That's my guess.
As much
something like that.
As there. Luffy's dream.
Oh, they want to hide it for no reason. He wouldn't tell us.
You think Luffy's dream is to have everybody just eat? Just make sure everybody eat.
I think that's a goal of his. You feel me? I'll say that's a goal of his.
That's a goal, but that's not his
That's not his
whole.
Dream.
Yeah.
Has something to do with food on feeding anyone who's hungry. Sanji. With that being said, let me throw a very interesting yet controversial idea out there. Sanji has always been the vice captain of the Straw Hat crew. This video will slightly deviate from my usual crazy theories. If you end up disagreeing, I'm sure you can
So basically because Sanji's a chef and Luffy wants people to eat, that makes him... But that's not Luffy's fucking dream!
A few ideas you like very much about this analysis. So let's dive into why I think Sanji has always been Luffy's vice captain. But first, Zoro was never meant to be Luffy's vice captain. Rather, he was always meant to be Luffy's equal. I believe the dynamic between Luffy and Zoro
Yo, I seen it coming too.
Hey, how long you gonna find Lucci real quick? Remind me real quick, I just need that. It's fucking equal, huh? How long you gonna find Lucci?
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Don't shoot me. Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him.
They're not equal, but Luffy clearly gonna be stronger. Luffy will always be stronger. He always has been stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
Unless you're one of those delusional Zoro. At least he's not one of them.
Or Shanks and Mihawk.
Whoa, he did not.
Team Roger and Whitebeard or Shanks and Mihawk.
His dynamic is like a Rayleigh Roger. At best. At best, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man. You know, just like Sanji is like the Gaban of the crew.
Yeah.
May be surprising to a lot of people. We have instances of people saying that they are surprised that Zoro is subordinate to Luffy. Mad Monk Uruj pointed this out in Sabaody. He said
they could be surprised, but we as a reader know Luffy is stronger, right?
But when they say that, they're not talking about strength. They're talking because honestly, Zoro has more common sense than Luffy. Believe it or not.
Well, if it was all about common sense, neither of them motherfuckers got it.
Yeah, but neither one of them really got it all in the head. But if we talking like between them two, I put Zoro up there a little bit.
We talk about like a 1 out of 10 and a 1.1 out of 10, bro.
I'm just saying.
We talking about bro could do this to try to go left, bro, and he still gonna go the wrong way. Okay,
you're right. But I'm saying like common sense as in like assess a situation before he just goes in.
I think Luffy's gotten better at that, but that it's shit that was said in the past.
Yeah,
it's not said as often now. But I think it is partially because usually he'll do some like strong shit too.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, he's not the captain. They ain't see Luffy yet, and Luffy's a goof too, so he gonna goof up. But like once everyone see Luffy get the action, they know who the fucking captain is.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, that's why.
That's the captain. Okay.
But he has 120 million berries. Into that line, he doesn't look like the type to obey anyone. While many people may use this as an obvious reason why Zoro is the vice captain.
What did Zoro say on Online Part? My reason for being here?
That man right there. I follow him.
Did he not say this? Has Zoro not stated that he follows Luffy? Where Zoro, no funny, Zoro ain't turn on. Well, actually, I'm lying. He did.
What was he about to say?
He did turn on Luffy once.
Water 7 no combo.
I'm not talking about Water 7.
Then I don't know what you're talking about.
It was I forget when the fuck, what episode, what basically it's how Luffy got the X on his chest.
That's filler.
The X is still there, is it not?
No, that X is from Akaino.
But you know what I'm talking about?
When they lost their minds and shit? No.
Minds, no. It was like, it might have been one of the movies.
That shit don't count that either.
Because this is like an older movie too, so I don't remember if they was canon or not. I know the newer ones aren't, but I don't know about the older ones.
Movies usually aren't like never canon. They're rarely canon. They're rarely, especially in One Piece. But
I'm saying, because I'm talking about the older ones, like before Film Gold and all that.
Yeah.
Like older, like when they first started.
Like I say, Zoro put a chest on, like an X on his chest once, but that was That was in the filler arc. I remember that.
Well, so I guess he didn't turn on him.
Yeah.
Sanji kicked him in the head.
I feel like Sanji's is like Robin's and Nami's though, because it was kind of the protective crew, but
Robin didn't hit Luffy.
But it was the protect. I'm saying like
Nami didn't hit Luffy.
It was for like the same reason as, you know what I'm saying. Nami stole my boy's ship and threw dirt at him, right?
Okay, first off, let me tell you something.
It was protect.
Protect what? Luffy and his family?
Luffy and the crew.
Luffy and the crew and their family, right? You think if Big Mom was to kill Luffy, let's just put that in perspective. Big Mom kills Luffy, right?
Yeah.
You realize who she got gunning for her?
You think Sanji's thinking like that?
Shit, I would.
I don't think Sanji's thinking like that.
You realize who's gunning for her? Luffy made one fucking phone call. Hey, yo, Grandpa. And you know what? Garp not coming along. Well, I don't know.
I'm saying, do you know who he is? Do you know who fucking Garp is? What do we do? He just pulled up a load.
No, he didn't pull up to Power Island alone.
He said, everybody watch. He said, everybody watch.
He brought Hibari. He brought El Meppo, Prince.
Their job was to sit still and watch.
Hey, no, they actually did shit. They saved Kobe. They got the mission.
See, Kobe did more than them. That's good. The person they saved did more than them, bro. He saved that. Kobe saved them. Kobe saved them.
You're right. You're definitely right. I don't know. Let's see what he got to say.
I actually think this works against him. In fact, we've actually never seen a vice captain portrayed like that. It's unique. Oh my god, look at King the Wildfire. It's hard to believe he's a subordinate. Or look at Katakuri. It's hard to believe he's a subordinate. So why isn't Zoro unique?
I feel like a lot of this shit we seen like pre-time skip though. Maybe I'm bugging. But like that's when we seen a lot of the, you know what I'm saying?
But he does got a point. Nobody's ever actually said that to anybody else. Besides Zoro.
Should we wait till the end to say why we think Zoro should be like considered a vice captain?
Yeah.
I'll go say because
if Zoro's not the type to obey anyone, why is he in Luffy's crew? Well, as Mad Monk points out, it's because Luffy is special. But I feel like no one has really decompressed what he actually means by that.
You might be digging into it.
Get a taste of it. Has managed to make his equal become a member of his crew.
Zoro's not his fucking equal. He's not his equal. He's not his equal, bro.
Yo, you good?
No, he's not his equal, bro. He's not his equal, bro. Yeah. He's not his equal, bro.
Hey, you said I was gonna be the one pissed off.
This was supposed to be Zoro bashing, bro. Zoro's not on the level of my glorious king, okay? He's not on that level.
I'm not saying it. Talk to him.
This is Pirate Jesus right here.
Talk to him.
You know what I'm saying?
This with Whitebeard. Perhaps at some point, Mihawk was on Shank's crew, but they had some form of...
Also, I like to point... I like to point out that in the recent chapters, I know this video is older, but like Rayleigh's been said to be on par with Roger and shit. If we really want to do the equal shit, and Rayleigh is his right hand man. Gabon has also, the second commander has also.
But they not there yet.
I'm just saying, yeah, because Zoro and Sanji ain't on Luffy's level currently.
Yeah.
And they never have been. Will they reach there? Maybe. But I'm just saying, Rayleigh.
Because if that was the case, Zoro shouldn't have even struggled against Lucci at all.
Like I said, Rayleigh in recent chapters kind of disproves this shit though, because it literally said Rayleigh and Gabon were on that level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But eventually they're gonna get there, just not right now.
I don't think they touch on Luffy level because Luffy fighting Nemo. You think having 3 motherfuckers on the crew fighting anyone?
No, I'm saying like maybe after like everybody, you know.
Of disagreement, and they split. Although it's not verifiable, I don't believe it's far from the narrative Oda wants to write.
It definitely wasn't made in Nutbath. I know that. So I think it was made a couple of years ago, though. 1 year ago. So yeah, not made in Nutbath. Or maybe it was around Nutbath, but I don't fucking know when Nutbath started. But
it's consistent that Luffy, the one who will bring the dawn, succeeds feuds with Luffy and have set him straight when he
again, seeing this with the Rock Pirates. We've seen. I feel like we've seen. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. I feel like
actually you're right, because they stated that nobody. It was like everybody would fight on the crew.
Like I said, we
now
know
that I'm thinking about it, what if Rox was a liberator?
What you mean?
Like, they say Rox was evil, but what if Rox was a liberator? He just did it in a messed up way.
Anything's possible, especially because Marines like to twist shit.
Yeah.
But
only reason why I say that, because, okay, so it's this movie called Film Z, One Piece Film Z. Now, it's about this dude named Zed. He used to be a Marine. Family got killed, some tragic shit happened to him, blah, blah, blah. Then he came up with the Neo Marines. And in order to destroy all pirates, he wanted to destroy these things called endpoints. And the endpoints are basically these points in the world that connect everything.
Yeah.
And you destroy them, you destroy the entire world.
Yeah.
He just wanted to kill pirates, but he was willing to sacrifice innocent lives in order to do so.
Yeah.
So, like, what if Rox was doing something like that, where to, like, he wanted to free people, but he had to break a couple eggs in order to do it. And that's why Roger and Garp had to stop him. Because why else would he put up to God Valley with the slaves and shit?
You're right. I don't know. But either way.
Yeah.
To be set straight. See, Luffy excels as a captain where the others failed by being flexible to his crew's individual. Title of vice captain is a
we changing it now? Okay.
I believe that Zoro is very similar to someone like
Mihawk
who is strong, but
you
not
had
necessarily.
to change the fan art of vice captains. So you're acknowledging that that's a bunch of vice captains right there. I just want to...
That is the difference between Shanks and Mihawk. I don't believe it can be part of a family-like team. Zoro surpasses Mihawk in that regard.
I was about to say,
but it's only because of Luffy's leadership surpassing Shanks' style of leadership. We can clip...
Luffy had to develop as a leader, bro. He wasn't just like this. He wasn't this leader to start. Zoro wasn't forming this excellent leader to start. Fuck way to the end of the video. Part of what makes Zoro like the right hand was like Water 7, right? Telling the captain about himself, really. Like getting that developed him into becoming a better leader, though. You know what I'm saying?
And there's been times where Zoro had to tell Luffy, like, dude, you're the captain. Like that Usopp fight.
Or get your head out. Like in Podcaster, he was like, bro, get your head out your ass, bro.
Yeah.
We in the new world now. He keeps his captain. He tries to keep his captain like level headed.
Or even even with the Kaido fight, Zoro had to keep telling Luffy, bro, pay the fuck attention.
Yeah. I guess that's kind of Zoro's job sometimes, is keeping his captain's head straight.
Yeah.
Sanji does that, not to nowhere near to the extent Zoro does. Zoro makes sure make sure that Luffy has his head straight, I guess. I don't know how.
And if anything, because if you remember after the Usopp fight, Zoro had to tell Luffy, you know, you the captain, you got to do what a captain does. And Nami and all them was sitting there against it. Sanji co-signed it.
Yeah.
Sanji didn't speak up himself and say it, but Sanji co-signed it.
The vice captain said something, and the second commander co-signed it. But yeah, Zoro taking that role to help Luffy, I guess, mentally.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I'm trying to say.
He basically like telling him, bruh, this ain't a game. This is real.
He does that shit more than anybody, bro.
Yeah.
And anybody, bro. No one. Matter of fact, I don't even know if anyone else be telling him that shit like that, bro. No one else be telling him, get your head out your ass, bro.
Clearly see this because Shanks' crew calls him boss or chief, while if it is true that Mihawk and Shanks may have been on the same crew, it's likely Mihawk would not want to be Shanks' subordinate. But just because you don't want to be a subordinate does not mean you also want to be a captain, which is why Mihawk...
Again, with Crosskill right now, Mihawk just want to be left alone. He technically, he's not a subordinate, but he's like, you know what I'm saying? He not...
Mihawk don't care. Just Mihawk just like, yo, let me stay on my island away from y'all and I'll be fine.
Like I said, he not a subordinate, but like he don't want to be no captain. He don't want to be the leader. He clearly don't want to be.
Mihawk is one of them niggas with no goals at all.
He reached his goal.
Yeah.
He just chilling. He waiting for someone like Zoro to challenge him, but shit.
Taking a long time. And Zoro's still not up there.
Obviously, we want away from that.
Mihawk has no crew of his own. This exemplifies who Zoro is as a character. He would be more of a lone ranger, just like Mihawk.
He was.
I bring this up because a vice captain is someone that...
He literally was.
Was he?
Yeah.
What crew was he a part of?
No, not a crew. I'm not saying part of a crew. He was a lone ranger.
Oh, yeah. But that's his point.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. He was a...
Technically, I will say Zoro was supposed to be a bug pirate.
I know. I heard about that. And I'm glad we didn't make that decision.
So he would have been no Lone Ranger. That's all I'm gonna say. He would have been no Lone Ranger. Maybe when we first see him, but he would have been.
I was about to say he didn't used to be part of nobody. He even told people, "I'm not."
But again, that's his point, though. Yeah, that's definitely his point.
One that is the glue of the crew, and most importantly, a team leader. As I said, this also goes back to the vice to this idea. Mihawk's goal to be the world's strongest swordsman is not at all a unifying goal. In fact, it's a goal that can directly oppose Shanks' dream if Shanks was a swordsman who Mihawk needed to defeat. The reason Zoro did not have this problem is that Luffy is not a swordsman and therefore doesn't get in the way of his dream. But it's important to note their dreams don't really coincide. But if they did, Zoro would not be on Luffy's crew. Even Zoro pointed this out very early on in chapter 6 when he says, "You are making me a pirate, but if I have to abandon my dream for any reason, I'll make you commit harakiri." To me, this statement is pointing out exactly as I've said. Zoro doesn't see himself as a subordinate to Luffy. He also believes he can achieve his dream even with...
Zoro gave up his dream. He was willing to give up his dream in Thriller Bark. He for Luffy, because Luffy's, yes, to start Zoro put his goal first, but not as he's developed as a character. Luffy first. Luffy is first.
Zoro literally told Kuma, "Give me all of Luffy's pain."
He said...
Kuma stated that it was going to kill him. And Zoro said, fuck it.
He said, "My pirate will become king of pirates. Claim my head, I will be the world's strongest swordsman," or whatever. Either way, he was willing to give up his own dream for Luffy, for the sake of Luffy's dream. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes, he said that shit to start, but we see the change at the right.
And plus, Brody literally begged Mihawk to train him for Luffy.
Yes.
Literally. Zoro begged the nigga he's trying to surpass to train him so he could be stronger for Luffy.
Yes.
Enough said. Enough said.
And without Luffy. This is a major point of consideration because all of the other Straw Hats, although they had a dream, it's only after meeting Luffy they actually embark on achieving the dream. If Luffy didn't come, they most likely may not embark on achieving the dream. While on the other hand, Zoro was already en route to become the world's strongest swordsman. Okay, all of this just sounds like Zoro gas, and all the more reason why he is the best.
Wasn't Robin already an archaeologist? Wasn't Nami already drawing maps for Arlong?
Shut up. I guess. But
wasn't Frankie already a shipwright?
Yeah, he was a shipwright, but his dream was to build a ship to sail around the world. But that probably wouldn't have gotten done without Luffy. I mean, Nami was essentially a slave, so yeah, she was drawing maps, but you know.
I mean, she would have traveled around the world, probably with Arlong, but still.
Arlong would also got packed up at some point. So,
Robin was definitely an archaeologist.
Robin was ready to die the crocodile, though. You know what I'm saying?
No, she wasn't.
Or not crocodile. She was willing to die. She wanted to die. She was going to die.
Not for crocodile.
She was going to die in the when the ship was collapsing. That happens without Luffy, no matter what. She died.
I was about to say she wouldn't have been in that position.
Because she wouldn't have told
crocodile that Pluton is in one.
Yeah, she still wouldn't have told him that. She would still be part of his crew, so she would have killed him. Or not, she wouldn't have killed him. He would have killed her.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, she was still she was already on her way. To doing things, cause
she had given it up. She was willing to die. She was ready to die. You feel me? She knew Crocodile was probably gonna kill him.
If that was the case, why did she save Luffy?
That was before the shit even. Again, that shit happened after Luffy though. Luffy saving Robin happened after that.
After the shit collapsed, I thought she saved him.
She saved him, and then later she was put in a position to die because it was collapsing on her and Crocodile.
Right.
After Luffy defeated Crocodile, so she would have died if Luffy just doesn't exist. She dies.
I guess.
And again, she kind of already was giving up that dream. Again, she was like, this punishment for you making me live.
And then, to be honest, Brook was already at sea. He just died.
What is Brook's dream? Shit. Oh, just to meet with Boone again.
Yeah.
That shit wasn't happening without Luffy.
Well, yeah, because of the whole shadow shit.
Yeah. But he was trying. Brook was trying. You know what I'm saying? Brook was trying. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't strong enough. But someone else could have came along for that one.
Yeah. Anybody could have came along.
Right? Well, yes and no. Yes, Zoro's strength and ambition is on par with Luffy, but no, this does not equate to being the vice captain, at least not on Luffy's crew. The reason being, Luffy and Zoro are the same beast, and that makes them incompatible to have a vice captain and captain dynamic. With the people like Roger and Whitebeard is ineffective, because there are both smoke demons who at times can be troublesome. You can't have two archetypes of the same kind in the crew.
Luffy and Zoro are also two smoke archetypes who cause problems, bro. What? they both want smoke. But Sanji Eldeff was just like, you do the same shit, bro. He literally told Zoro, what's it called? You're boosting his behavior. You're allowing this shit to happen. Stop it. Sanji literally just told him that shit.
He did say that. He said, you enabling it.
Yeah, that I couldn't think of the word. That's what he said though.
You're enabling it.
Zoro also about that smoke, bro. They both same shit, bro.
Leading the crew. They would conflict on most things, and they would end up fighting to settle the dispute. In fact, this is exactly what happened.
Definitely fought before, though.
Yeah, that was kind of forced.
With Dory and Froggy. They were two people themselves for hundreds of years instead of.
But this is more like a Zoro and Sanji type of thing.
Mostly leading their crew. This is in fact an intention. This is why Zoro is Luffy's equal rather than his captain. And
That
what I
equal
mean
was
by
his-
equal is not that they are exactly the same strength. Rather,
They're
they have the
equally stupid, is
same
what he's saying.
exact approaches to most things.
Which is why
They're
Zoro's
both
not his best
beasts
captain.
that prioritize their instincts over intelligence and plans. Vice captain is supposed to be the logical, thinking, and planning leader of the
I still
group
disagree,
that helps
but
keep
I
the
get it
captain
behind it.
out of trouble.
Whatever.
The reason why Zoro can't be Luffy's vice captain is not because he's weaker than Sanji, it's because he's too similar to Luffy. Vice captain who can do what both him and Zoro cannot.
Take the rage,
This is where someone
Take
like
it.
Sanji
Take
comes
it.
in. In that same arc where Luffy and Zoro got outclassed by CP9,
And you know what's crazy? We started watching this video trying to piss me off.
We did. We did.
stuck in building,
I was just saying.
what is Sanji doing? Sanji has already gathered Alabasta, while Zoro and Luffy are both attacking Crocodile's palace without any plan and getting captured. Who comes to freedom after outsmarting Crocodile? Sanji,
I don't
of
think
course.
that makes him
It's
a
also
vice
important to
captain.
mention that Sanji hatched this plan alongside Chopper to deceive Crocodile and get him outside
understand
of the
what you're saying,
palace
though.
so
Yeah,
that
but-
they can sneak in.
'Cause Sanji
This
actually
is an
thinks
example of
before
his
he just
natural talent of
barges
being
in.
a good team leader. He does the very same thing in Skypiea. In Skypiea, Sanji was able to hatch a strategy where Usopp distracted Enel while Sanji was in the Arc Maxim destroying it from the inside. This then leads to Sanji's legendary I Needed a Light scene, where he pushes Nami and Usopp to go as he put himself in between them and an L door. Mind you, all this is happening while Luffy has temporarily failed his mission to take down Enel. In Luffy's absence, Sanji stepped in to play the role of vice captain and once again bail him out. He continues to do stuff like this throughout the whole narrative. But to me, the most underrated time Oda highlights this is in Dressrosa. In Dressrosa, Sanji protects the crew against Doflamingo, but it's not so much in the crew as the twirly hat pirates. Of course, because of Sanji's swirly eyebrows. See, this is where Sanji shines, when he is with other members of the crew that look to him for guidance for both his IQ and his strength. While Zoro, usually Sanji is often in much more leadership positions than Zoro. This again, not to undersell Zoro, it just so happens that Zoro shines the most when he's in battle.
The voice of reason is why a lot of us think of Zoro as vice captain. Yeah.
It is meant to give Zoro his much due respect as a person, closer to Luffy as a fighter and as a friend than most of the crew. Zoro's place on the crew is most tied to the personal respect and symbolic relationship he has with Luffy, although of course he loves all his crewmates. But is this what a vice captain is? No, I don't think this is what Oda has emphasized the role to be. A vice captain is not always necessarily who is closest in strength to the captain. Rather, I believe Oda has made it clear, a vice captain is someone who can lead the crew when the captain isn't there. The reason Zoro has never had this role is because him and Luffy are the same, as I mentioned. They amplify each other individually. More brains, they both usually make the same.
The thing is, with the whole Usopp and Luffy situation, that kind of was for the whole crew.
I mean, you could say you could say the third bark one was too.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. Oh, you need to answer?
Now I'll call him back after this.
Yeah, like that was kind of for the whole crew, because he even stated if the captain falls back on his duties, then that's how a crew falls apart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then Thriller Bark, Kuma wasn't just taking Luffy,
He wasn't.
He wasn't going to just take Luffy. He was going to take all of them.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest here. So, like, I get what he's saying. Sanji makes some of the more rational decisions, but a lot of the things Zoro, rational decisions that have to do with the crew. But Zoro does do the same thing, just in his own way. Just like with the whole Sabo situation, when Luffy found out about Sabo, they were all willing. The whole crew was willing, Sabo and Vivi. I mean, the whole crew was willing to go back to Alabasta, except Zoro.
Yeah.
Because Zoro was like, well, we came this far, we can't just go all the way back to the East Blue.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
again, the voice of reason. The voice of reason, as I said earlier, is why we think he's the vice captain. And that's the perfect example of the fucking VV one. I wasn't thinking of that one.
Mistakes. As we see in Alabama.
Even Sanji was wanted to go. I think.
Yes.
Sanji, who is usually taking the mantle of vice captain because he's able to succeed in situations where Luffy and Zoro will fail, in situations such as Whole Cake. The goal Luffy had at Whole Cake was to...
If Zoro wasn't Whole Cake, Sanji wouldn't be here.
I disagree with that one.
Infiltrate Big Mom's territory, get Sanji back, and get out of there safely. I don't think this mission would go as smoothly if Zoro was thrown in the mix. See, what most people underrate about Sanji and Whole Cake is this. Sanji was able to enter and leave a Yonko territory with barely any injuries. If Zoro was at Whole Cake, I don't believe this goes the same. And no matter how strong he is, the numbers would eventually overwhelm him. Just consider that this is a Yonko territory, where to see a true vice captain to be able to do things which are even impossible to your captain. Now, this is all going back to Luffy's dream of behind what Luffy told Sanji in Whole Cake. I cannot be the Pirate King without you. Now, we must not downplay the significance of what Luffy just said. Take into consideration that Luffy has proclaimed he will be the Pirate King since the beginning of the story. Aokiji is the new vice captain, because of course no one argues that Aokiji is not stronger than Shiryu. See, strength is not the number one indicator for who will be vice captain. I think a level of like I said, it's dreams and desires. So with all this being said, who is then the true vice captain of...
Even Blackbeard said that he don't trust none of his crew members.
Sheesh.
Blackbeard has said that himself. They don't trust each other. They just got the same goals. That's that. They're just a bunch of people on the same crew with the same goals. He don't trust them niggas. It's not like they buddy friends.
Now they don't got the same goals because he told Aokiji like, hey, you do what you want, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, but Blackbeard told him that they got the same goals. They got the same... That's what all Blackbeard crew is. A bunch of people with the same goal on the same crew. He stated this himself.
It's not this. I don't think he stated that.
Yeah.
Sure? I don't think he stated that.
He stated...
Because I remember him telling Aokiji though, bro, like, yo, do what you want.
Yeah.
When you on my
but
crew.
he also said...
Help him with his goal. I'll help you with yours.
But I'm saying, he said... Basically, my point is, Blackbeard don't trust his crew. They not friends. They not buddy. They just a bunch of niggas trying to do the same shit. Aokiji just happened to stuff. Besides Aokiji. Because Aokiji, I think, has an alternative motive. Somehow.
Of Blackbeard. No sense. The true vice captain of Blackbeard's crew is none other than Van Augur.
I can see that.
Van Augur has been a very hyped figure in the community lately. He was able to infiltrate Luffy with the help of...
Actually, Luffy.
Luffy?
I say Luffy would be the vice captain of Blackbeard crew.
We talk about being in charge of a group like he said earlier though. Shiryu's in charge of the Island Blood Blackbeard's now, so I just point that out.
Yeah.
Shiryu's in charge.
Yeah, but Luffy handles a lot of the special missions that they do.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, one of his points was, hey, Sanji, you know, he takes care of the crew, He leads the crew and shit. That Shiryu job. He was leading the crew during the Garp invasion. Technically, yeah.
Was he?
Or he's at least in charge while they're gone. You feel me? But yeah.
Well, I felt like Aokiji was kind of leading him.
Even then, that just proves that either one of them is, you know what I'm saying?
But I say Luffy or Von Augur because
I feel like Von Augur, low-key might be the Zoro. Bodyguarding Blackbeard, as they like to say. You know what I'm saying?
Because he do be around him a lot.
He's around Blackbeard all the time. Yeah.
Like, damn near inseparable. So he might be cooking something.
About Kiji, he was even able to destroy Cracker's soldiers in one shot. He is, although, the most reliable. Even going all the way back to Blackbeard's fight against Ace, he was the first to attack Ace with no hesitation. Just recently in Blackbeard vs. Law fight, he was again the most useful person to have near you. Using his warp fruit, he was able to teleport Burgess to the island. He was able to force Law to put his guard up as he shot him. But the most important thing he did in his fight is to put Blackbeard in check. Something a vice captain would do. Take a look at what he says here after Law landed the shock willy on Blackbeard.
Honestly, want to know my real take, man? Now that I'm thinking about it, neither of them motherfuckers is vice captain. They both have been portrayed. Zoro and Sanji have been the ones portrayed as equal the entire time. They've been portrayed as the wings of Luffy, the left and the right hand man. Also, I'm pretty sure Oda has stated that there is no vice captain.
Him stating that Zoro is equal to Luffy because he kind of keeps Luffy in check, right?
But he was just talking about him keeping fucking Blackbeard in check. He's using that reasoning as the shit Zoro.
But technically, doesn't Nami keep Luffy in check too?
Yeah.
So would that make Nami Luffy's equal?
Nah, that's not why he says he's equal. But that's not why he says he's equal. But shit, Nami stronger than all the motherfuckers. What are we talking about? Fuck out of here, man. She's stronger than everybody, bro.
She beat the shit out of Luffy.
She beat the shit out of Luffy, Zoro, Sanji.
Well, Sanji not gonna hit no females, so
Zoro, she beat the shit out of Zoro too.
Zoro don't hit females.
What happened to the snowbird, yo?
She didn't die.
He still swung the sword. You feel me?
He didn't even hit her. He sent a shockwave.
In without any plan, and he was ready to teleport Blackbeard away at a moment's notice. To me, this truly shows his value as someone that the captain can rely on.
This is also kind of like that. He said Zoro was like a bodyguard. This is kind of what Van Augur is doing now. He's describing shit Zoro did.
Sharing your captain's dream, Augur truly. But we are here to talk about Sanji, the true vice captain of the Straw Hat Pirates. Although I'm very sure that this idea is a fringe perspective, I believe the current arc makes this much more believable. In Egghead Island, Sanji's vice captain traits are on full display. Starting from the very beginning of the arc, we see something very interesting. We get a situation where both Luffy and Zoro are away from the main crew, and Sanji is the one leading the crew into the Labo phase. This scene in the anime makes it clear that Sanji is the leader, as they are literally following behind him with every step that he takes. Like I said, this is where Sanji shines the most, where he literally becomes a team leader while Luffy is away. This goes on as they enter the room with S-Shark. When they first meet S-Shark, the crew had no idea what to think. Of the few ideas, Usopp came up with the possibility that S-Shark is Jinbei's son. Nami came up with the possibility that Jinbei turned into a kid. Those two were both wrong. But Sanji came up with the correct possibility, that Jinbei's appearance is a coincidence, and this is a whole different person who is most likely a threat. Immediately, Sanji knew to put Jinbei's appearance aside and consider S-Shark a threat. After S-Shark reveals himself to be a threat, Sanji was able to quickly kick him away. Sanji continues to shine this arc yet again in his second interaction with S-Shark. As Nami screams, Sanji instantly comes to her aid and kicks S-Sharks away. Now understand how crazy of a feat this is. You have to understand that Sanji was in a whole nother room. Not
Get a taste of new Lipton Fusions, made with real iced tea and lemonade.
Okay, I ain't gonna hold you for all these ads. We could've just logged on.
We could have. I know who's gonna get all these ads, my boy.
Not only was he able to hear Nami scream, but he was able to use his observation haki to directly pinpoint exactly where she was and was able to come there before S-Shark even touched her. The Vice Captain portrayal doesn't stop there. In the following chapter, we get an epic Sanji feat and an even more epic portrayal. In one of the most shocking panels I've ever seen, Sanji is taking a Seraphim's punch, while Luffy and Zoro are in the panel underneath complaining how the Seraphim are too durable for their attacks. This is shocking because if you've never read this manga before and you saw that sequence of panels, you would immediately think Sanji is the strongest person there. Although we know Sanji is not stronger than those two, we must also not underrate Sanji's strength. Of course, it's not just the narrative that is the basis behind the reason why Sanji is the vice captain, but it's also strength as well. Although Sanji is the third strongest on the crew, he is not lagging very far behind those two, especially in this arc. In this arc alone, Sanji was able to overpower a Seraphim twice. He was able to then take a Fishman karate attack to the face with both his face and cigarette intact. You gotta know how crazy that is. Fishman karate usually uses water in the air to strike, yet Sanji's cigarette, which should be on fire, doesn't even go out. But anyways, this interaction is even more profound to me, because Sanji unleashes some of the very interesting dialogue here against S-Shark. It's been a common critique of Sanji that he's not willing to do whatever necessary to get the job done. As a fighter, Sanji's morals keeps him from doing what's the most necessary against women, especially to complete his mission. But it's not even just women. Even if we look at the Sanji versus Queen fight, Sanji had a mental breakdown in the middle of the fight because he did not want to become like his Germa siblings. But if we take a look at what Sanji says here, he seems to be showing signs of being quite the opposite of his usual self as he kicks S-Shark into the wall. He says, "I don't give a damn if you're a kid or another Jinbei. I'll be your judge, jury, and executioner." This is some spicy talk here. I've never seen Sanji say that he would execute somebody if need be. And although I don't think he would do it, I have to respect that this is the dialogue Oda choose to write in. To me, this is a sign that Oda plans for Sanji to no longer have those weaknesses of heart, which would truly make him deserving of that vice captain title, because that is his last hurdle, a mental hurdle. It's not only in mental strength Sanji has grown in his heart, but it's also strength overall. Just recently in chapter 1107, Sanji was able to deflect a laser attack directly from Kizu, and according to Frankie and Kizu's reactions, deflecting light isn't almost impossible. So mind you, as I'm focusing on Sanji's character as to why he's the vice captain, I am also
a new member of the crew, and you got a higher bounty than me, I would be pretty upset too.
Exactly, but I'm just saying, he got beef with Jinbei. He got beef with Jinbei.
I'll tell Jinbei, hey yo, come outside, let's see who bounty bigger.
And Zoro will be like, hush it, number 4, and then they go start fighting again. Zoro and Sanji go start fighting again.
Jinbei and Sanji need to duke that out real quick. I ain't gonna hold you. Sanji need to be like,
y'all wanna see fist sticks, man? You wanna see Jinbei get one shot, man?
One shot is crazy.
Nah, we disrespected Jinbei until he proves otherwise, man.
One shot is crazy.
Sanji frying him, man. He'll turn him into fist sticks with one kick.
one shot. I ain't say he did.
Growing strength. Even so, strength is but one facet to Sanji's amazing leadership. A couple chapters ago, in chapter 1105, we get a great example of this with Sanji's communication with the rest of the Straw Hats. Quick, while Vegapunk get their attention, hightail it to the value. Go meet up with the other back at the end of the Labo phase. Not only is he communicating effectively in giving orders, he is also getting a status check on the rest of the crew. Nami-san, it's me, what's your status up there? Not only is he gathering information for the current situation, he's also reassuring Bonnie that everything will be alright. Both being an emotional leader and a high IQ leader. Sanji is the only Straw Hat right now that knows everything going on around the island, even while Luffy does not. Again, showing how the vice captain is the glue of the whole crew and is constantly more knowledgeable than even the captain. And if you look throughout the whole narrative, this isn't something new for Sanji. He's done it in multiple arcs, as I mentioned. Water 7, Alabasta, Dressrosa, and in Whole Cake, and he's doing it right now in Egghead Island. But I know, with every piece of evidence that I presented, most of you will still disagree and say, well, the vice captain is always the one that fights the second strongest on the crew. Well, now that we have Sanji and Luffy about to fight Saturn and Kizaru, I don't believe this argument will stand the test of time. As the fight between Kizaru and Sanji fastly approaches, I believe that Sanji will prove why he is the
fight between who? That was funny. That one ain't your little funny.
Well, that ain't happened.
That did not happen
at all.
The true vice captain. That's the Sanji theory and analysis, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching and listening, and drop a like and subscribe.
See, I feel like he was kind of cooking, and then he brought up Van Auger, right? And then he started listing shit that Zoro does. Keep the captain in check. And then he said Zoro was like a bodyguard earlier. And then he's talking about, Van Auger saving Blackbeard. That shit Zoro does. But if I had to pick one, I'd say Zoro.
Yeah, definitely.
But I know you're gonna say Zoro. But I think what he said. I think you can say either one. You feel me? I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it.
Sanji do be I because even then I don't think this just makes you a vice captain, because he's more. It just means that Sanji's more. He's not going guns blazing first.
They're the wings, bro. That's how they're the wings. You know what I'm saying? They both could portray that role, but yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Also, Zoro and Sanji are portrayed as equals far more than Luffy and Zoro. But I'm gonna just point. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't want to hear that shit. The Zoro fan of you, but they're definitely more equals. But yeah,
Zoro just.
It's like this.
Yeah, it's like this.
It's like this. It's like this.
It's like
this. In fact,
Sanji
right here. Sanji right here.
Fuck out here. Zoro up here. And Sanji right here. Zoro's up here.
No.
I'm sorry.
But nah. That as Robin said, they're the wings. You know what I'm saying? They're Luffy's wings. He needs both of them. So I'm not mad at it. After listening to what he said, I'm not mad at it. I think I value the voice of reason and shit more though, but for Luffy. But I thought it's not bad. Yeah, I was hoping he'd get more mad. I got more mad than him. Fuck you for that. He was supposed to get more mad. You were supposed to raise bait the fuck out of him. I'm disappointed.
Instead, he gave my boy props, so I ain't even mad at it. He thought of this video thinking he was gonna piss me off. I applaud this video and I approve these messages.
You approve that Sanji's vice captain? Y'all heard it here first.
No,
y'all heard it here first.
I approve.
Like and subscribe.
I approve.
Like and subscribe to touch this video. Peace out.
You know, I'm gonna let you end on that.
But
I'm gonna catch y'all later. It's just the best out.